following segment is sponsored by Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti.
When the weather outside is really bad, like it's been, can your company legally get you in trouble for not showing up? A CBS 6 viewer wrote us a letter asking us to find out, and we're getting answers right now in What Are Your Rights? Let's bring in Rosemary Bogdan from Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti. Thank you for being here. Rosemary, could someone be fired for failing to show up to work because the weather's bad?
Well, actually, the first thing you have to look at is whether or not a state of emergency has been declared. New York law allows the governor or chief executive officer, basically of any municipality, to issue executive orders. And if they've issued a state of emergency that prohibits travel, then the employee has a really good reason for not being at work and actually would be subject to potentially a misdemeanor for getting on the road. So in that case, no, the employee can't be fired.
What about the case where there's, maybe 6 inches of snow and it just makes it really difficult, and they're arguing that they're afraid to, drive with their kids in the car or something like that?
Well, that's when it gets a little bit tricky. We are an at-will state, which means anyone could lose their job for a variety of reasons. So in that situation, it would really be dependent upon the employer's policies, whether they have sick or personal time. But if the office is open, the employees are expected to be there.
What should an employee do? Say they're really worried about their drive. Maybe they're new to the area. They're not used to driving these roads. What should they do because of that fear?
Well, what all employees should do is be familiar with their own employer's policy regarding such issues and ask for, how would I give you notice? How would I let you know that I'm having trouble getting to work? Do I have to use my personal time or any other type of time that you provide? And what procedures should I follow? Because as long as they follow those procedures, then they're not going to lose their job because the road was snowy and they didn't go in.
Have you ever seen a case that dealt with the state of emergency in travel before?
Actually, when the state of emergency is declared and it's the law, so to speak, that usually doesn't get litigated because you shouldn't be on the roads. Right.
Well, it's good to hear people are following the law.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Rosemary.